everybody doing today? And welcome to another rousing episode of Hangin with HUXY. Episode 3, as a matter of fact. I don't know if I should keep reminding myself I've only done 2. Oh well, gotta start somewhere. Anyways, another glorious day in beautiful Van Groovy. I mean, gosh, blue sky, clouds on the top of the mountains. I'm at the top of Alder Street and Broadway, roughly in Vancouver, British Columbia. And my window, I'm on the second floor of a 3-story building, and I see the whole city right in front of me. I feel like I can touch it. And there's 5,000-foot mountains in the background. I can see the Pacific Ocean out there. I see cruise ships go out at night and freighters. And on my left is Cypress ski resort, and I can see the snow on all the runs. There's no snow down here. We haven't had any snow this whole winter, actually. It's been really cool. And I can see Grouse Mountain up there, and if I look far to the right, I can see Seymour. So I can see all 3 North Shore mountains, they call them, and the ski resorts. So I could actually, if I left here, no traffic, got right through the city and up, I could be up top Cypress and the top of the ski hill in less than an hour with my skis on. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, today's episode, darn, damn. Well, somebody's calling me. I'll cut him off right now. Anyways, that's where I was. Okay, so today's episode is how I met international superstar Michael Buble. Actually met him, I guess it was a number of years ago now, but I did a little recording about maybe a couple of years ago, and on how I met him. So I thought, well, I'll play that one today. And yeah, so enjoy that, and then I'll come on at the end. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you a little later. Bye now. My little drink here of Buble, watermelon flavor. I just got turned on to this recently. It has no sugar in it whatsoever, and it's like, well, it's just like flavor. This is watermelon. This is just like a flavored tonic water. It's quite good, quite fizzy. It's very good. Michael Buble. Michael Buble is a spokesman for them. You see the commercials all the time. We'll have a quick Michael Buble story before I go. Karen and I were at the Canucks game up in the grill where I had seats up there. You eat, it's in the arena, but you eat. There's a big long bar. They come over, they serve you steaks, wine, chicken, whatever you want. And right below there's like about 6 tables that run along the length of the ice, and so does this bar, but just a little above it. And Aquilini's table is right below. It's the owner of the Vancouver Canuck hockey team. And he was down, and I go to many games because I had season tickets there for a while. Shared them with a buddy. Anyways, there was this real long-haired, hippie-looking guy with his back to me practically the whole game. Every time I looked down anyways, his back was to me. And at the end, the Canucks had the game well in hand, so Karen and I decided to leave about 5 minutes early just to beat the crowd. So as we were leaving out of the restaurant, I said to the waitress, I said, by the way, I said, who was that sitting with Aquilini at his table tonight? She goes, oh, that was Chad Kroger from Nickelback. I went, oh, damn, if I'd have known that, I would have gone down and said hi. I never let a celebrity slow me down. Anyway, so Karen and I are getting on the elevator. The elevator comes down from the 4th floor to the 3rd floor. It opens up, and we get on, and I'm still saying to Karen, damn, if I'd have known that was Chad Kroger, I would have gone over and said hi. Like his music. Welcome. Anyways, I'm saying that to Karen. The door's closed. There's another couple in there, a guy and a girl. And I said, Jesus, I wished I didn't. He says, fuck Chad Kroeger. He says, you want to meet Michael Buble. I said, yeah, whatever, buddy. Calm down over there, you know. So I went back on my little rant with Karen about how I should have. And so now the doors open up. We're out onto the street now, and the couple's kind of walking beside us, like maybe a foot behind. We're kind of in step. And he says it again. I guess I was still talking, but he says, fuck Chad Kroeger. He says, you want to meet Michael Buble. I said, yeah. I said, what? I said, well, you know what? And I stopped and looked at him. I said, yeah, you kind of look like Michael Buble a little bit. He goes, well, he says to his girlfriend at the time, he said, come on. He says, give me my wallet. I got to show my ID. I guess she had his wallet in her bag or something. Gets on, showed me his driver license. Sure enough, Stephen Michael Buble, Stephen, Michael Buble. So I went, well, gee. He says, well, you probably didn't recognize me because I've lost a lot of weight lately. Anyways, I shook my hand out and said, hey, well, it's really nice to meet you. I said, this is hilarious. I said, I've always been a big fan. I said, thank you very much for making us Canadians look good on that. Because he's a world famous entertainer. I mean, he's like an international star. Sings in the mode of Frank Sinatra. He's a real kind of crooner. Oh, that's what he is. He's a crooner doing all the old classics, Dean Martin's, you know, the great voice. And he's got a few of his own songs that he wrote. But anyway, so I just said to him, thank you very much. You represented Canada very well. It's really great to meet you. And off we went. So that's my Michael Buble story. So here's to Michael Buble. Bye, everybody. Love ya. Well, how'd you enjoy that? That was a real cool little event, wasn't it? Michael Buble. Well, yeah, and when I met him, that was his girlfriend, who eventually became his wife, and I believe they have 3 kids. And he actually lives in Burnaby, BC, in a beautiful home that he custom built. And as you all know, he was a judge on The Voice for at least 2 seasons. I think he won 1 or 2. Did very well on that. Cool guy, real nice guy. Well, he's Canadian, of course he's nice. And then just last year, he appeared in the last episode of the recent season of A Reluctant Traveler on, I believe that's Apple TV, with Eugene Levy, where Eugene travels all over the world to these exotic destinations, and he came to Vancouver, and Michael came on with him, which was very cool. They went crab fishing, they went cross-country skiing, snowshoeing up on the mountains here, and great episode. And then the episode kind of ended, where Michael invited him out to his house. He cooked the crab up and everything, and then they went down to the basement. And Michael has almost a full-size hockey rink with nets and blue lines and red lines and everything. It's so cool. And so they flipped to see who would play goalie or take shots. Eugene won the toss. He played goal. And so they suited him all up with a mask and full goalie equipment, and Michael had his skates and that, and he was taking shots, and they bet a little, I forget what they bet, but they bet to, and Eugene won the bet anyways, and he stopped the last shot. And so that was cool. Then they ended up in a bar at the Wedgwood Hotel. I've been in the bar. It's, I think it's called Bacchus, the restaurant. It's a really cool bar, like old-fashioned bar with all the wood around, beautiful leather and posh and everything like that. And they sang a song together, and gosh, I wish I could remember. It wasn't My Way, but it was, what was the song? Anyways, it was a Frank Sinatra song. And boy, Eugene held his own. He was very, very good. But if you want to catch that episode, it's The Reluctant Traveler on Apple TV with Eugene Levy. It's the last episode on the last season, whatever season that is, 3 or 4. So anyways, I bid you farewell. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in 2 weeks Have a great 2 weeks. Be safe and keep loving life. Bye, everybody. Adios, amigos.
Oh, yeah? She said, well, Canada is so boring, the people want to shoot themselves. We see, that's a male. Here you go.
Only the biggest males are keepers.
How cool is that? So we go from the edge of the shell. Got boiling water here.
Yeah.
Eugene?
Yes.
So you want to grab one?
Yeah, I will. I'll
do this
grab
together.
one.
So that's 2-1. That means if I don't get this, you win. You ready? Right.